troublemaker, girl.
Welcome to Smart Life. I'm Dr. Gina. My good friend Peter Schweitzer wrote the book on makers and takers, and he contends that there are far more takers in our society than ever before, sadly. But he also says that if they had half a brain, that would change because makers work harder, they're happier, they have closer families, they take fewer drugs, they give more generously, they value honesty more, and are less, not more, materialistic and jealous. They also whine less. We all like that. If those aren't some solid reasons to convert from taker to maker, then I quit. We know if you are taking time out of your busy schedule to get smarter each day by watching us here at Smart Life, then you are already on your game. So you're just here for motivation and ammo, and that's why you're so cool, and that's why we're so happy to have you with us. And so today, we're going to help you turn your pet taker into a maker, and we have a jam-packed show for you. We start off with Janice Crouse of Concerned Women for America. She's been crunching the numbers, and she says that things have gotten progressively worse over the last few years. Dr. Crouse, welcome to Smart Life.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Gina. It's great to be with you.
Now let's start, Janice, with the number of food stamp recipients. You've examined those numbers, and you say that our food stamp recipients are indicative of this whole trend in our culture. What did you find?
Well, I found that the American public really didn't realize what the president meant when he said back in 2008 that he was going to fundamentally transform America. Because right now we have an increase of over 50% of people who are on food stamps, from 32 million to 47 million. And that number is really shocking because, you know, it's getting very, very close to half of the population. That's 20% of the total population. That's a huge number of people on food stamps. And the thing that bothers me about it, Gina, is that you're constantly hearing advertisements. I get phone calls over the telephone saying, you might qualify. So they're out beating the bushes trying to get people on both food stamps and disability.
And we can speculate as to motivation on that in a moment. But you also looked into the number of people on disability. What do those numbers look like, Janice?
Those numbers look like from 9.3 million to 11 million. And, that's a huge number of people who claim to be on disability. And the increase there is just pretty dramatically. And it's hard to fathom that in this country that many more people are disabled than there were previously.
Yeah, amazing. Something is disabling people and trends like never before. Another thing you found disturbing was a trend in male labor force participation. And we only have a couple of minutes left, but tell us about that.
Well, the number has jumped from 72.5% to 69%. That's just, I got those numbers reversed. It was a decrease from 72.5 to 69. That's a huge number, but, there's just an interview recently that Wall Street Advisor came out with who said that it's more like 37.4% because he included the number of people who are actually unemployed and had given up on trying to find work. So he compared that to the misery index and said that the misery index, and that's a combination of unemployment and inflation, which affects all of us.
Right.
And he said that is the highest it's been in 40 years. So no wonder we're seeing people around us, Gina, who are very discouraged, people who are really hurting in this economy.
Yeah, fundamentally changed to be sure. Thank you so much, Dr. Janice Crouse with Concerned Women for America, for those numbers. To find you, they can go to concernedwomenforamerica.org. Is that correct?
Just concernedwomen.org.
Concernedwomen.org. Thank you so much, Dr. Crouse, for being with us.
My pleasure to be with you.
There's certainly a psychology behind that. There's no question. So next, we are going to go into that psychology of the makers versus the takers. We'll evaluate the brains of the lazy and, of course, of the productive. Then later on, we will go to your calls and letters. Call the show right now, 888-650-8176, or you can go to the Smart Life page at moneybizlife.com. Click on the Ask Dr. Gina button to send us your question, or you can contact me, of course, via Facebook or Twitter. Producer Jason, always back there monitoring what you're sending him. So stay with us for more as we break down the psychology of all of this next on Smart Life.